broken glass everywhere. Obviously someone tried to pop the lock right there, but couldn't do it, so they just threw us crowbar through the back window. Which is really unfortunate. The police want nothing to do with it. They investigated it for like a day. We figured out who it was, and then they're not going to do anything about it. So he's not being discouraged by it, so we are continuing to push forward with this. The solar panels are mounted. We just finished installing the floor. Maybe that's the 2-inch foam with the lines in the with the pecs, but just trying to and there's the other side for ideally for heat. Other than that, we're just straightening everything up, trying to figure out what we lost. We lost about $6,000 worth of stuff. Like I said, they took the generator, like really all the power tools. My dad had tools for like 40 years that got stolen. The table saw. I'm surprised they didn't take the flooring, but whatever. I mean, it is what it is. It's just a lesson learned, so gonna have to figure out some way to secure this more, obviously, and yeah, just be careful what you put in something you're working on, and not in 24/7, because people will come and take your shit. I took an entire tub of spray cans, which is, you know, expensive enough, but just weird shit to steal. So standing on the roof, we mounted a new antenna. We have the fans in. It's a little dirty because it's under a tree right now. We finished mounting these brackets. We did get some comments regarding the silicone used. This is not the only thing we used. I'm sorry I did not elaborate on this well, but the tape I used under this bracket is butyl tape, marine rated grade tape. So we have that, and then we plan on obviously removing this. This is somewhat temporary. We're putting another coating of possibly Flex Seal over the clean version of this. So far, I mean, we've really had no issues. It's rained pretty hard with this setup like it is now, but I would like to further protect it. But right now, this is pretty much the idea for the solar panels. Obviously without blocking these fence, but we will be mounting them in between here. So this is just the update so far. It's been a big day for us. We finally got some of the lettering off. For the most part, we will have to buff it out a little bit. You can see, as you guys know, we have our solar panels reinforced with these brackets. Cool, and then we made this mount. So ideally, it'll go up on the roof like this on top of the roof, and then the two vents, one here and one over there, will be in the center, unaffected. And for right now, we're just bolting them in using some nut inserts and some spacers. So that's one that's got one spacer. Using the tape to kind of help us push it in there. But these are the nut inserts we're using. Not really nut inserts, but these are the inserts we're using. We file them down so they just kind of keep the aluminum from wearing out, and these are replaceable for the aluminum would be. But we're kind of mocking everything up right now. The installation of the solar panels was fairly simple and straightforward. It went pretty well. The forklift, we used some ratchet straps, as you're going to see in the next picture here, to help support the super width of the solar panels, and 3 of us were able to properly mount it on the top of the van, which made this job a lot easier. Definitely could use
Definitely could have done it without the forklift, but it just would have been a lot more time on your knees on top of the RV itself. I think it's a pretty clean and slick design. You might make some side skirts at some point. We're going to be working on bolting it all down, but we just wanted to get that on there for now, get everything out of the way so we can back it up in its little cubby back there.
This is the truck and trailer we used since the break-in to secure all of the tools and special equipment that we didn't want to get stolen. Progress since the break-in has mainly been focused on security and obviously recouping some of the damages and losses. We're deciding to obviously cover up the glass that was broken. We're not replacing it at all. We took off the door handle on the outside so that there's ideally no way to enter. We're gonna put a plate over that, and hopefully you guys can see that. It's not too bright. And definitely gonna cover this up and go the extra mile with the rivets. Carriage bolts, yeah. My bad. All the way around. Everywhere there's a dot. So we got the 2-inch foam installed with the PEX tubing and the laminate floor. Just kind of test fitting the refrigerator. And the next major thing that we did was got the wallpaper up in the back. This is the bed frame. It'll ideally fold up for the couch underneath. So it's on a hinge.
These will swing down. That's just temporary.
Enough room back here for the mattress to fit in between the wall without having to completely disassemble the bed. And then our next big project is the tankless hot water heater. And the diesel heater for the cab. Just cut this hole out of the wheel well here for the diesel heater that we purchased, and we're gonna start mocking everything up and putting it together. So also making more improvements on security. We removed the door latch back here completely, put this plate and this American-made padlock. It's supposed to be one of the more secure locks out there. I think they are available at Home Depot. Still working on this. Obviously this will be powder coated white. So I know we're skipping around a little bit, but we did manage to find a water tank that we got some L brackets for, mounted up underneath here. And that noise you hear is from the other side. That would be the diesel heater. For security, we have these pieces of aluminum cut to made to fit in there, so we can easily pull them out, put them back in, go on for a long period of time. What do you think? Obviously, we're going to tie this up the right way. Got to drill a hole out there. So temporarily beefing up the security on the main entrance door and the geothermal economical
No, it's not.
window.
It's Reflectix.
That one.
No R value.
Brings us to the storage issue we were having initially, and we kind of worked on solving that. So this is the aluminum composite. Very nice job on the doors. Walnut trim all the way around on everything. Custom granite countertop, true granite with aluminum backsplash, and some of the pieces were intentionally cut out to make room for the LEDs, as well as storage back here for anything tall. We got some nice drawers, some miscellaneous stuff in there. Toaster, this is where the sink's gonna be, obviously. Refrigerator, and now the shower floor pan. The what?
The slide out pantry.
Oh, we almost forgot. Pretty nice slide out pantry. Access from both sides. All kinds of extra storage there. Still a little stiff, but it will break in. Everything fits well. So far, so good.
I think that's too far back. I think you want it out about here.
Right.
Because the bed's only going to be about there. And I got a trapezoidal shaped pillow that goes behind it for your backrest. Got it?
Pretty sweet.
What?
So here's the update on the truck. Most of the labels have been removed. Solar panels are up. New batteries. Step. Working on some security.
The solar's all hooked up. Got the positive bus bar here, switched with the Blue Sea switched. One goes to your DC load, one goes to the solar charge controller. And this one here that goes to the inverter, but this wire ended up being a little bit light. So I've got some heavier gauge wire on order for that. I got a breaker box up here for the 110 volt. I just got 4 circuits in it. I think that's plenty. And then the shower, still a little messy, but I got the control here. I had to drill holes in it to mount that because it was non-standard the way I did it. And Here's the water system down here. You got the water coming up from below from a 44-gallon tank, and that braided nylon hose or plastic goes through the pump. It goes through the PEX up to the propane-fired Chinese hot water heater that I'm hoping works, but don't have a lot of confidence in. And I got a hot and cold line going over to the sink in the kitchen. And that's the extent of the water system.
Some new improvements to security up and coming here. Let's see if we can get a good view of the water tank. Thank you guys for watching this video. I truly appreciate all the support and likes and comments. Feel free to let us know if we're doing anything wrong, anything you want to add. Any input is appreciated. Definitely make sure your RV build is in a safe location. We had to relocate to a more rural area away from the city, so that took a little bit of time. But thank you guys for bearing along. We keep doing it, you know. Support of you guys is totally driving us to make more and more progress on this. We truly appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you guys. Thanks again.